Was your family a shoes on in the house family? Ever? Was there ever a period of time?
Yeah.
Or sorry, I mean shoes off in the house.
No.
No, you didn't.
I don't think I feel like maybe one time we moved and for like a little while we were like, no shoes in the house. And it just didn't work.
Yeah, like every time my mom would like lease a new car, when those were always the funniest days. It's usually when a new kid came along too.
Yeah.
It was like, we need another seat. Every time it was always, and this time I mean it.
No eating in the car.
We're not going. And then like, I mean, I just wish I could like have seen my mom as me as this age, see her at like 40 or something when she was like, fucking eat McDonald's.
Yeah.
Because that's what we did all the time. And then we would, day 2.
Gotta eat in the car.
Gotta eat McDonald's in the car. I mean, you smell the fries. You can't wait for home.
No, you can't.
Give me a fry.
Yeah.
Now,
how do you feel about houses where you have to take your shoes off?
I like legitimately judge them.
I do too.
I like really look down on those people.
And the thing is, I know it's right. I know it's...
No, I don't. Are you in Japan?
Well,
are you currently in Japan?
No, it really does keep your floor so much cleaner and like all that stuff. Like, no, it is...
Clean the fucking floor.
Like I get it. I understand why. Personally, it just isn't high enough up on my list of priorities. And honestly, hot take, if you're having a party at your house, don't you fucking dare fucking tell people to shoes off party.
No. I mean, honestly, anywhere. I judge every single person who does it without exception. I legitimately am like, shut the fuck, clean your floor.
Clean your floor.
Does the floor get so dirty?
Do you never clean your floor?
Does the floor get so dirty that it's a daily you have to clean it thing?
Because I'm really passionate about, I guess just, I don't really want to take off my shoes.
No.
Like when I go places, when I'm outside my house, I don't want to take off my shoes.
No.
But I can only imagine how personal this feels to you, being that the shoes are part of your body for the most part.
I wear shoes in the house.
You wear shoes 24. You wake up and you put your shoes on.
Oh yeah. It's like
we've talked about this before.
It's rare you'll notice when you're like, oh my God, you're not wearing your shoes.
Yes. I'm like, barefoot boy.
You would think, I'm like, did you ever read that book, Scary Stories Tell in the Dark?
Yes. Loved that.
The rare, very scary horror short story compilation marketed to children.
Yeah.
But there was one story I remember where a guy marries his wife and it's great. And she always has a bow around her neck.
Yes.
And 80 years later, she says like either she's on her deathbed or he's on his deathbed. And she says, is there anything I can do for you?
Yeah.
And he's like, I've always wondered, like, can you take off the bow? Like, why do you always wear the bow? She takes off her head, falls off. It's like, oh my God. I imagine that's how, besides like you've obviously seen my feet. I actually have beautiful feet.
You do have beautiful feet.
I have like model feet. I can model flip-flops.
Maybe because you always wear your shoes.
That might be why. Like, is that a thing? Is there a possibility where it's like my feet are constantly being shaped? I mean, you can shape people's feet.
Yeah. And it's not being flattened by the hard ground.
No.
Yeah.
I got great feet for that. But my question then stems into, so if you and I went over to like a couple's apartment, like, oh, we take our shoes off. Mm-hmm. Who do you think is in the relationship? This is a straight relationship, heterosexual relationship. Or it could be a gay relationship, the one where you're like, guy's probably the more feminine one. Either one. Let's be open. Which person in the house is making this rule? The more feminine person or the more masculine person?
More feminine person.
More feminine, almost always.
Except though there is certain guys who are like, I live by strict rules and stuff. Like there are those guys. So it's not, I wouldn't say completely.
It's not universal, but odds
are.
But
I would assume, I would put this on the woman's back. Yes.
Yes.
I would blame women.
If we went over to, I don't know, a guy's house. And he said, he lives alone. I'm a shoes off household. What are the odds he's a foot guy? That seems like such an obvious. I think that feet guys are what are pushing this trend.
Yeah, probably. We were just talking the other day about how Prince Charming is probably a foot guy.
He's probably a foot guy.
He was running around town trying to touch all these ladies' feet.
He was probably devastated when he finally found Cinderella. He's like, fuck.
In a glass slipper.
Hot take. That wasn't even Cinderella at the thing. She made the whole thing up.
I think her foot just happened to. She's an opportunist. Yes. Her foot happened to fit into the shoe. Into the glass slipper. She's
what we in the storytelling community call an unreliable narrator. She never went to the fucking thing. The guy's a foot guy. He went around.
He literally saw this slutty pair of shoes to him. And he was like, I'm going to be like, oh, like, whose shoe is that? But I had to test it on everyone's foot.
Oh,
and all the girls really wanted it. And for him, that's basically titties on the glass.
Oh, it really? Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely. And he's like, oh, let me go. Oh, let me another one. And he's just a little fucking man whore. He needs them all.
Yeah. Disney tell the real story.
I mean,
you know?
Like I would be shocked if, I'm not saying he's like that's what he was doing, but I would be shocked if he's not like a foot. I'd be shocked if he's not a foot guy.
Yeah.
I think he might be, maybe he is looking for Cinderella. I don't know. I'm not him, but I would be shocked if he at least wasn't kind of getting off a little bit, touching these, serfs, peasants' feet.
Yeah. I mean, the shoe fits.
If the shoe
story,
fits. I think there's such an angle of just, I don't know what percentage of guys are foot guys.
I think a lot more than you would. That feels
what a wonderful life they must live.
Wonderful. I don't judge.
What a
the
beautiful
fetish.
Is there a less harmless fetish?
Yeah, it's so harmless.
Could there be anything more harmless than being attracted to someone's feet?
So good with foot guys.
Yes,
love them.
You can't even it's hard to hurt feet too. Yeah. It's like it is just so innocent. But I mean, like those, like I want to go. I wonder how many single guys. If they tell me I go to the beach all the time, I'm like, you're a fucking foot guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the fucking strip club for you, isn't it?
Basically. Yeah.
Do you think that foot guys are there's a really hot foot?
Uh-huh.
What if the woman's not very attractive? Do you think the guy's still in? Or do you think
it's like a butterface situation, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Like if you're damn, she's
but it's
got
butter everything but the foot.
Yeah.
Butter it all.
I don't know. Yeah. I can't get there mentally, but God, I'd love to know. Sound off in the comments if you're a foot guy.
Oh, I wish I was a fucking foot guy.
Sounds great.
How wonderful.
And you're having great representation out there with Travis Barker always, posting himself sucking Courtney's toes on the grid. Yeah.
So he's a foot guy.
He's a fucking foot guy.
He's an out and
he doesn't
Tarantino out and about.
Courtney will kind of joke about. Let me see. Travis, what a beautiful he made a post the other day for her. Maybe their anniversary. Mm-hmm. Oh, happy birthday. I thought her birthday was in October. Isn't she a Scorpio?
I don't think there's a single part of the body that is more harmless to be attracted to than someone's feet. I mean, that's a strange thing to post.
On his happy birthday post?
That's really weird.
Just sucking toe?
That's really weird.
The camera sees Travis just sucking toe.
You know what I mean? You can post that.
That's a lot. Because it really is innocent.
The people who are turned on.
Yeah.
Are turned on, but everyone else, it's just a weird picture of a old guy covered in tattoos.
Yeah.
Who's vegan and runs a lot, sucking on his kind of annoying wife's toe.
Yeah.
Sorry. I shouldn't have said kind of. She's so annoying.
She's getting bad.
She's getting worse.
She's been worse and worse every year, but she seems happy, so
she does.
More power to her. Pivoting, I did just see a headline I'd like to read to you.
Welcome to the Public Pool Podcast, by the way. I'm Jack. This is Michaela.
Okay. Costco changes the $1.50 hot dog combo for the first time in 40 years.
They made it cheaper.
No.
Damn.
I thought they were raising the prices, so I freaked out and I opened it.
With you.
Now, instead of getting a soda, you can still get a soda.
Yeah.
But you now have the option to do a water bottle as well, which I actually like, because sometimes, I don't want the soda.
I'll tell you why I do like it, and this is me as this is big man talking.
Big man talks.
Big man talking. That's
the name of your podcast.
No, I'm not big enough to be.
That's true.
For that, it can be a segment. I'm not that big, but when I go to Costco and I'm heading out, I see the food court. I'm at least a 2 hot dog guy. I can't. Yeah. I can have 1 hot dog.
Can't just have one.
But then I feel wasteful getting 2 drinks. Mm-hmm. Now I can get a drink in a water bottle. I don't have to worry about spilling it.
Yeah.
Because actually I don't feel wasteful getting 2 drinks. I just can't carry 2 drinks, 2 hot dogs, and the rest of my Costco stuff, especially if they hand the receipt.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
But if you have a water bottle, you're good to go. You'll drink the water bottle later at your own leisure.
I'll put that fucker in my pocket.
Yeah.
Also, Costco, I can't believe we haven't talked about this. Costco's, they're on the Coca-Cola team now. No more stupid Pepsi Starry stuff.
Oh my God.
Right?
Although I have been a fan of a Starry.
You settle for a Starry.
But I don't mind
You would take, don't
I guess
lie
I
to
would
me.
I would take a Sprite.
I know you. You would take a Sprite.
But I like a Starry.
I would rather a Starry than nothing.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you
when there's Pepsi products, I get a Starry. Mm-hmm. Because I don't really want Pepsi.
I get a Pepsi because I like to live dangerously.
I used to tell myself that I was a Pepsi girl.
Yeah.
Only for the fact that One Direction was in a Pepsi commercial. So I was Team Pepsi, but I grew up and I was like, I'm a Diet Coke girl at heart.
That's
Like, that's a lie. That's a lie. I was lying to myself. I was lying to others. And I just want to, before anyone cancels me, I lied.
This is why
for like a year.
This is why marketing is just basically like you legitimately told people that you told yourself that you were a Pepsi girl.
Yeah, for loyalty.
Because they made one commercial with these guys.
And Drew Brees.
But
the other football player right now.
But if it was, I don't know, Ryan Tannehill in there, you would not have cared. It was about...
then he would have become near and dear to my heart because he was in the commercial. Do you think I knew who Drew Brees was?
Of course
outside of the context of this Pepsi commercial?
I'm not sure you really know who he is still.
No.
Who do you play for?
He played
You actually got this. You fucking got this.
I feel like I do. I'm seeing him in some sort of blue. No. Okay. Then I don't know.
No, he played for the Saints. It was gold. Black, white, and gold.
Wouldn't have guessed that, actually.
Yeah.
I was thinking like a charger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, sort of a chargeable. I'm not even kidding you. I think that he was on the Chargers. Or wait, was he on the Dolphins? And then
that's close.
Traded him to the... I'm not giving you Dolphins for blue.
No, because that's the same like color I was thinking of. It's like a light blue.
Dolphin blue and Charger blue are not the same.
Okay, but to a casual viewer, I wouldn't fucking know.
I'm the one who's like colorblind.
But I don't like have like associations with teams. I just know like, oh, that was blue.
You don't have association? Okay, he was on Chargers. There you go. Nice job, baby.
When?
Not like before Harry was born.
Okay.
No, no, not before Harry was born. 2001 to 2005. I know he was kind of a bust, and then he went to the Saints. He went to Purdue. Go Boilermakers.
I know that people are dying to hear our sadness.
What?
Our boy Jamie Ding is done.
I know.
His 31 game streak has ended, unfortunately. What a good guy. What a great watch.
Yeah.
Loved every minute of it. I accidentally got it spoiled. Do you know how fucking lame that is that I, the day of, said, wow, I got Jeopardy spoiled for me? How lame is that?
Well, you also spoiled it for me.
On accident.
It was actually really funny because it was like, I don't care if things get spoiled, really. I always say it's the journey, not the destination. You can quote me on that.
That's saying I once came up with.
If someone else said it, I'd give them credit, but I don't think anyone has. But you texted me a TikTok clip of like Jamie Ding Jeopardy thing.
It was like a fan cam.
And then immediately, all caps, don't read the comments.
Yeah.
And it took me about 4 seconds to put together why.
Because I was like, love this, sent this to you.
Yeah.
Then I opened the comments and like, first of all, if you're a jerk who's going to comment on a Jeopardy section, being like,
fuck you.
Oh, by the way, he loses Monday,
That's what they
whatever.
said?
Yeah. Literally.
That's what it was?
It was like that tweet from that Swiftie that one time that was like, since you guys want to be assholes about Taylor Swift's song Me, Iron Man dies in Avengers Endgame.
Like,
it was like opening day for Avengers, and some Swiftie tweeted that. It was the funniest thing ever.
That's
like,
funny.
It felt like that.
That's funny with how pedantic it is. But the guy doing that on the Jeopardy thing.
Yeah. Loser.
Like I hope he gets hurt.
Same.
Like I hope he gets hurt. Like if he's doing that to feel something, you should feel other stuff.
Like you want to spoil Jeopardy?
I feel weird even saying that, but he should get hurt. Like that's fucked up. Like only for
as someone who needs a noogie and a wedgie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, I mean like a real noogie and real wedgie.
Yeah.
Most people have never experienced a real noogie and a real wedgie where you can't get out. It's torture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wedgie's not really as much. The way the shitification of stuff, the fabric's not as strong.
Yeah.
Used to be, I mean, in the 60s and 70s when they were making things out of real, true cotton.
Yeah.
Hang you up from a flagpole in that bad boy. You'd stick up there.
I know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine back in the day hanging you up by a flagpole?
How did it get you all the way to the flagpole?
I know, right?
We were built different. It was when the presidential fitness test was still going. It's when Kennedy was getting that thing going. That's when all these, I mean, that's the real impressive thing. Don't even get me started on, I am fully on board with like, we just legit need to bring bullying back, but we don't have to get into that.
You know what?
We need to start demanding conformity a little bit. A little bit.
Like, yes, in the way of like traditional like bullying, because now people, we went so anti-bullying Like, it kind of worked for my generation a little bit. Like kind of like
beyond worked.
Like the no smoking thing, where I was like, honestly, it kind of worked. Like, obviously, everyone got bullied. I got bullied, whatever. Like,
yeah.
But it like wasn't. It just was like was what it was. But it wasn't like old school bullying.
Yeah.
And now everyone though has then grown up and has like turned being like, I'm morally superior or I'm smarter than you.
It's all the same.
Everyone's a bigger bully now in like writing, like into adults. So now it's like, you know what? You don't even get the excuse of being like, well, I'm 6.
Yeah.
You're 26.
It's the same human emotion that has always been felt. It used to be like this and now it's like this. But it's like, now it's just more disguised.
Yeah.
And people don't feel as guilty. Like, that the bully who would give somebody a noogie, that later he probably felt really bad about it. Or there was some reason he was doing that.
The bully grows. The person who gets the noogie grows.
That's kind of what it is.
Everyone learned a lesson.
That's kind of what it is. Like, everybody should be a little scared sometimes. Like, that's the real truth of it. Now bullies just make you sad.
Yeah.
You're never scared.
Or they just like actually ruin your life.
Yeah.
Like with like real life consequences. I don't know.
Oh my God. No, we just need to start. There's got to be a little bit of demanding conformity. We need to come back together as a team a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
And you know what? Then it would make everyone's like, I'm different, I'm quirky, more special because there's more conformity.
Because you have to be brave to be different and quirky.
You have to be brave.
And that's how we got all these great artists.
Yes.
And now
everyone's an artist.
Now everybody's fucking the same thing. We used to have bands. You know what bands were? Bands were fucking nerds who got picked on at school. Yeah. So they would hang in one of their garages and somebody's dad had a drum kit. That's how Nirvana started.
And it's awesome.
It's awesome. It is so much better than the bullshit now.
And then you have that angst behind you to write pen to paper.
Do you think Kurt Cobain, he's a bad example because he literally killed himself, or did Courtney Love. But like, do you think you get that if he was always supported?
Yeah.
No. Absolutely not. I don't think there's a single let me think, is there anybody where it's like, no, that guy kicked ass all the way through? Not athletes. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. But like, feels like.
There's got to be someone, but it's not the majority.
Feels like Glenn Powell's life's been pretty fucking awesome. I don't think he's ever had a bad day.
Yeah. But I think of him more as like a fun performer and good guy, and he's not as much like an artist. I wouldn't expect Glenn Powell to write something, like write a movie.
No, wouldn't expect that.
I would expect him to act great in a movie.
And I also wouldn't expect him to be okay, who's the guy that we love who's in Blackbird? He was kind of the murderer guy. Paul
Walter Thomas.
Hauser.
Hauser.
Paul Walker Hauser? Paul Walter Hauser?
Paul Walter.
We got enough that if you want to Google him.
No, hold on. We're getting it because this is going to bother me. Paul Walter Hauser. Yes.
PWH. So he's a really funny guy. I think he was a comedian first.
I think he is too.
And then he got a few roles and everybody's like, holy shit, he can act. And I would say, at least for like when you're like, oh, who's the best actor of the generation? He's kind of like the Philip Seymour Hoffman role now, where he can be really funny, but he's also just like Glenn Powell will never be able to do that.
No.
Because life is too easy. Life is too nice. I worry about that for myself sometimes. I'm like, I can't get that deep. Yeah. Like, life's been too good.
Yeah.
Like at least I have like a little bit of a limp. Like at least I have like stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise I'd just be boring.
Yeah.
And my purpose would have been to be the bully.
Yeah.
And you're welcome, America. You would have had more Nirvana.
You would have had more Nirvana.
More Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah. Oh my God, we need more Black Eyed Peas.
We do, but I don't want the Black Eyed Peas to be the Black Eyed Peas.
You need like a new.
I want new Black Eyed Peas.
Like organic, yeah. No,
White Eyed Peas.
White Eyed Peas.
White people. So it's 2 white people, and then it's 2 like
racially ambiguous
Koreans.
Yeah.
Like the Koreans who dye their hair blonde.
Yeah.
Because that's like about as white as you get.
Yeah.
Right? They sometimes look like, I guess what's Taboo?
Taboo, I think, is native.
Whatever he's not, he's whatever he is, 4 taboos.
Yeah. Can we get 4 of those?
Taboo cubed. No.
Yeah.
Cubed is
no,
third.
3. Square. No, that's quad?
I think it's to the 4th. I don't know if they have a term for it.
It might be to the 4th power. Taboo to the 4th.
Taboo 4th. So I want to mark ourselves safe.
Oh God. Okay.
From the White House Correspondents' dinner shooting. We weren't there, but I want everybody to know, and you could cut this. but
I don't know where you're going to go with this. So
I've bitched about this so much. It's the equivalent to me of how all the actors give themselves awards. Yeah. They give each other awards. And so 6 times a year, in front a room of other actors, you get to hear them talk about how hard it is to be a very attractive, famous person making a bajillion dollars to play pretend. Yeah. We do it. Yeah. It's really sick. You won't hear us complain. Yeah.
It's a lot of work. It's not backbreaking labor
at all. I sometimes try to make it more backbreaking so I can fucking feel something. Justify it. Journalists I put on the exact same level.
They've become that where
journalists think that they're soldiers.
Yeah.
They think that they are on, like, think about how many times you've ever heard journalists say, I'm on the front lines.
They love doing that. They love being like, I'm on the front lines.
They love putting on the fucking helmet in this is where the press can be because it's a completely safe area.
Yes.
And after the White House Correspondents' Dinner, I remember you and I looked at each other like,
this is about to be.
God, they're gonna get tattoos to commemorate their survival.
Yes.
In a world where no one was coming after them, but the
immediately after.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. We're like talking about this. It's like, can we moving forward be like, this is a safe space where we don't have to caveat every single sentence?
Let's not.
Because I don't want to keep doing that, but it's like obviously. Gun violence is awful, and that's a thing. And we don't want anyone to get hurt, and it's a real fucking issue.
Well, I did just say I thought that one guy who left the comment should get hurt.
But then we said a noogie
and
a wedgie.
That's different. I don't mean like shot.
No.
I don't mean like fucking shot. Like maybe like paintball shot.
Yeah. But like we're coming at this from a different just know we don't mean everything meanly, and we have nuance to the situation.
Yes.
Let's not.
And if somebody gets upset about it, I will gladly. We'll make a full clip. I'll be like, this is my thoughts on this. And I'll stand by my thoughts on this with fucking journalists. Go on. What were you saying now?
I know. I just was, because I was going to say, like, with that, where I'm like, well, like, obviously it's scary or whatever. And like all that stuff. Or what, but I just was like, you guys know that. Like, you guys aren't.
Very scary. But the situation was handled almost instantly. Which was nice. So you did have.
Room full of Secret Service.
Room full of fucking Secret Service. And the whole time you could hear, like, got him. Like, okay, so they got him.
Yeah.
And it's still fucking scary, and you're shocked.
It's still scary, yeah.
But then, but you also, like all these people at CNN and MSNBC, all these people, they're not coming for you.
No.
That would be crazy for them to come for you.
But they wanted to the next day, or not even that night, when that night, we were immediately on the news. Like, I hate to say these are our favorite nights, but whenever there's something crazy politically, we'd love to watch the news.
It's like there's a Super Bowl on.
And the thing is, they all loved it. All the journalists. My God. That's why whenever we saw every single angle of that room, because the second it happened, their first thought obviously was like, oh, get down or whatever. Yeah. They immediately all had their cameras up. They wanted to get whatever clip they could. Like, they were like, this is our moment.
The White House Correspondents' Dinner turned into like Coachella, where it was just a sea of phones.
They were so excited that they got to go back to the White House in their like black tie affair
stuff. Oh my God.
And get back on camera being like, in which there was an awesome picture of the White House briefing room where they're all still like in their outfits. Thing. They're all wearing blazers. They're all like, and it's like a shot from like over Trump's like shoulders. You kind of see the back of his head, and they're all like trying to get a question in. That to me is one of the coolest photos ever, because it's like you could see it in a history book, like where it's a moment.
Really cool picture, really great angle is what it was. Yes. But
but for the rest of the night, they all were like. I mean, and I was there, and it could have been any of us. So we didn't know who they were there for.
And then the next day, so it's so predictable. It's so predictable what the talking points on these shows are going to be. And the next day, the talking points were the Republicans were saying that the Democrats need to turn down the rhetoric, being like, "This is you're making crazy people who want to assassinate the president." And then the Democrats are talking. They're saying, "Well, what about you?" And then the Democrats are also saying, "Like, put yourself in my shoes." I had to call my family to tell them they were okay. Girl, no, like your family knew you were fucking fine because on the news,
cameras were up the whole time.
On the news, it said everyone's fine.
And also, it was live streaming because we were about to have the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
It was a live show. It's like if I called my mom and we went to the Super Bowl and it's like, oh, there was a streaker. But it's like if I called her and was like, hey, don't worry, I'm not naked. Yeah, I know. She knows. She knows. She's aware.
Yeah, no,
she's watching.
I just knew the second it was over. obviously scary, but it was like they all were going to pretend like they just like went through war.
They were on the front lines.
Like, it is so much scarier to be in a situation like like the college kids when there was the Charlie Kirk shooting, where it was like there was there was not Secret Service, it was open, we didn't know what was what, there was a gun. That's scary.
That's a different fucking
whole
planet.
other thing. This was we knew who the target was.
We know who the target was.
What the situation was.
Everyone knew what this was. You want to know why? Because it's happened like 4 times in the last 2 years. And you want to know why? Because the rhetoric is way too fucking hot. We are getting crazy with this.
It is.
And honestly, though, the reason why it's like you can't turn it down is because both parties are like this. But really, the Democrats are like, they're like a coalition party. So they have like all these different. They have the people who are pro-Palestine, the people who, and sometimes they mix, but like LGBT, like they have like all these unions, these things. There's too many influencers who have there's no party line, there's section lines. It's
if you fall with a slightly out of the box opinion and suddenly you must not be on our team and you're ostracized. Like watched a really good like think piece that someone made the other day on why there's more like alt-right pipeline than alt-left pipeline, and it's because of like the perfection that
you're kicking people out.
The far left like wants, where it's like there's no room for anything, and so it's like it's so much easier to go one way than the other, and like that's kind of the scary part is the like
it's so much easier
we can't
to
do this.
I mean, if you like,
and that is why we get mad at like the news
it's
and like
why
stuff
we
like
do,
that. It's because on every side, it is making people ill.
Yes.
It is so scary to hear the information on especially if you're only taking it from one side. If you're only taking it from Fox, it's like they're making the kids are becoming drag queens.
Yes.
If you're reading or you're only doing the left, they're like they're gonna deport everyone and they're gonna take away all your rights. And it's like,
if you are not white, you're going to Mexico. What the fuck are you talking about? It is
so scary on both sides if you're only absorbing one side.
Yes.
And it is
because they know that you will watch it if you are.
Yes.
Like
it's like we need to turn it down on every angle.
It is so funny to me though. It is like low key pretty funny to me though. Of like, so it was for like Obama. I don't want to blame him as the one who started it, but it's 2012. That's where it kind of started, where it was like, it wasn't a close election, but he sort of pivoted it towards like, he was like, I'm going to start playing, like 2008, he didn't play any of those cards.
Yeah.
And then, good Lord, Hillary played those cards.
Yes.
and now it's just, that's the fucking party line, the way Trump took over the Republican Party. Like, this is what that is. But it was so funny where like the Democratic like thinkers were really smart, where they were like, you know what? Most of the country aren't guys who look like me, straight white men. They're not. And they were like, so if we get everybody but straight white men, we win.
Yeah.
But then over time, we have these like stupid fucking, you're not included because you're not perfect. And now you all the straight people are gone. All the white people are gone. All the men are gone. And it's like, you're just separating all these groups. It's like, get your shit together. But I don't know if it'll happen. We'll see. I think Canada has got to join. I think we ought to take Canada.
I think let's take in Canada.
I think it'll really chill out. I think it will.
We do need their mellow energy.
We do.
How about we find those scientists?
And we find those fucking scientists, buddy.
Yeah.
None of you guys are on that.
Find the missing scientists.
I have to go to fucking Reddit where a bunch of crazy people, fucking psychopaths who legitimately don't know what is real in their own lives.
No.
They're the ones doing the digging.
Yeah. Anyways. Let's move into some sports gossip.
Yeah, you ready for sports gossip?
Yeah, this first one is actually going to be brought to us by Apple TV.
Brought to us by Apple TV. Okay, are you ready for sports gossip?
Hit me, sister.
Okay, girl, so the F1 Miami Grand Prix is this weekend.
Okay, Pitbull City.
Yes, and it's streaming on our partner, Apple TV. And honestly, there's like so much drama and just like craziness going into it. It's insane.
Okay, spill.
Now, the current leader is Kimi Antonelli. He's with Mercedes, and he's like this cute little 19-year-old Italian boy.
Wow, he's only 19?
Yeah, he's the youngest leader in F1 history. He's won the last 2 races, which is really nice for him because he went through a messy breakup like right before the season started.
The Best Revenge is massive success.
So this was supposed to be the 6th event of the season, but it's actually the 4th because the last 2 in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia both got got canceled.
And I'm sure the weight's just adding to the anticipation.
And of course, there's like a billion other subplots too. They tweaked a bunch of rules. Is Verstappen going to retire? Is Ferrari poaching McLaren's team leader?
Tons of juice.
Also, did you know that it gets so hot in these cars that the drivers lose 5 to 10 pounds just during the race?
Okay, screw hot yoga. How can I get in one of these cars?
But one of the reasons I love it is because F1 events are more than just like races.
Yeah, it's basically Coachella with like a playoff football game in the middle of it.
And celebs show up to these things like it's fashion week.
And I have to assume Kim will be there now that she's public with Lewis Hamilton.
Oh yes, F1 WOW culture is having a moment.
This sounds like the best unscripted drama on the planet.
Because it is. Like seriously guys, you do not want to miss out on the Miami Grand Prix on Sunday, May 3rd on Apple TV in the US. Okay, now into the big updates. Are you ready for sports gossip?
Hit me, sister.
Okay, so we need to do an update on this Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini affair scandal because the story will not go away and it keeps on getting freaking crazier.
Okay, spell.
So as you know, in early April, photos were leaked of the two of them getting like really cozy together at this romantic resort in Arizona.
And both of them are married.
Yes, and of course they both deny that like anything was going on.
Deny.
So a few days later, The Athletic announces that they're going to start conducting an internal investigation. And then a couple of days after that, Diana Rossini just resigned.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
So then Mike Vrabel finally addresses the media and he says that he's had to have some pretty serious conversations with his family.
Which is basically confirmation.
And that's when the floodgates open because then all of these old photos and videos of the two of them looking like very sus start coming out and some of them date back all the way to like 2020.
So this was not a one-time lapse in judgment.
And this is when people start connecting dots.
I love connecting dots.
So Diana Rossini's first son was born in August 2021.
Mazel.
And exactly 9 months before he was born, Diana was in Tennessee covering a Tennessee Titans game. And the head coach of the Titans in 2020 was, you guessed it, Mike Vrabel.
Okay, so the math is mathing.
So let's look at the evidence. We know that they were already having an affair at this time. We know that they were in the same city. And we also know that she named her first son Michael.
Where is Maury Povich when we need him?
So Vrabel addresses the media again, this time saying he's going to miss the third day of the NFL draft because he has family counseling.
Therapy is also my answer to everything.
I can't really state enough how big of a deal this is because up until this point, like obviously this wasn't going to affect football.
No, it's just hot goss.
Yes, and even though the Patriots and the NFL have both said that there's not going to be any punishment for Mike Vrabel, which like, yeah, of course there won't be.
Yeah, because if cheating was punishable, there wouldn't be a league.
This story just won't go away. And so now there's like a non-0% chance that Mike Vrabel, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Mike Vrabel, the reigning coach of the year, could step down.
That would be freaking bananas.
But seriously, like I can't really emphasize enough just how insane it is that like the coach might like somebody's extramarital affair might affect their employment status in any sort of professional sport.
Yeah, no, that is kind of crazy.
Like, why do I always blank on his name? But he went by Big Sexy. He was a pitcher in the MLB for like 20 years. Hilarious guy. Everybody loved him. In the middle of like one of his last seasons, it came out that he had a secret second family that his original family, his family didn't know about.
Yeah.
He did not miss a single start. He did not lose a single fan.
Because why would he?
Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It just legitimately does not matter in sports.
Ethan Slater and Ariana Grande are going to continue to work.
They're going to continue to work. Did they break up? Oh.
No, they're still together.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, they're still together, as we know. But
yes.
We'll see.
Well, until her next project.
I also said there was a Diana Rossini old tweet that was...
There's a lot of old tweets from her.
But after she had her son, Michael, where she was just like, oh, like thinking of some like important Mikes or Michaels like in like the industry or whatever.
When the people started connecting dots, she did say, no, I named him after Mike Zimmer, who was like I think he was like a Ravens defensive coordinator. And it's like, no, you fucking didn't.
Michael is such a name. There's got to be a goddamn Michael in your family.
Or just say you like the name Michael.
It's such a common name. There's no way.
It's why I want to name one of our kids Michael, because we have so many Michaels that are really close to us.
Yeah.
Like immediate relatives, my dad, best friends. Like you can tell everybody they're named after them. That kid's going to get the best presents ever.
Ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Michael just feels like such a name where it's like, guys, we can come up with a good fib for this.
Yeah. It's so easy.
There's certain things like that where like, that is where I'm like, just lie better.
I named him after Michael the Archangel.
Yeah.
Who cast Satan out of heaven.
Yes.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I don't know. And then, so also I was seeing some stuff about, actually, I don't really know the lore, so never mind. No, I was just going to say, is there something where she's been like reporting poorly on like Antonio Brown or something?
I don't know about that.
Is that the name that I was seeing? I don't know.
Everybody's looking at everything, but the thing of it is too, like the whole inside scoop thing, there is relationships.
Yeah.
So there is like legit, like some people are nicer to other people. And there are some reporters like this guy, Peter Schrager. he's gone from being like really interesting to like, there's a weird world where he actually is one of our listeners because he's such a normal guy, but where it's like hard for me to listen to anything he says because he's such a homer.
Okay.
To everybody he's talked to, they're amazing. He doesn't criticize anybody.
Yeah.
Because he wants those inside scoops, but eventually I'm like, well, this isn't really an inside fucking scoop then.
Yeah.
You're just telling me what they want me to hear. So they're going to look through all of her reporting, and the answer is there's literally no evidence that until there's something where it's like this was happening behind the scenes and there's no way she didn't know about it.
Yeah.
And she decided not to disclose it. I doubt it.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, we already talked about it like last or 2 weeks ago or whatever, but it's just, I just really don't think there's anything more nefarious there.
No, there's two angles where this could go, where this gets worse for Diana Rossetti.
Yeah.
One is, if he is the fucking father of her kid or kids, that's really, obviously, that's like beyond bad.
That is bad.
And there's a part of me, we were kind of talking about this too, where it was like, okay, his wife, like him being like, I have to do family counseling.
Yeah.
I think that's partially because this is so public and we have to do counseling because this is like, not only do you have an affair, but now people are talking about your wife. Your kids are hearing this. His kids are adults. Like, it's rough.
Yeah.
But then also I was like, what, like an affair doesn't really seem like one affair from a former professional athlete, current famous head coach doesn't really seem like that shocking.
No.
But if they found out that you have kids, like other kids, that's a
whole other.
We got to sit down with counseling.
Yeah. No, because it's like there is in like politics, Hollywood, sports, like those industries.
Yeah.
Where a lot of relationships operate different than like your and I's relationship.
There has been a rumor that Rabel had like an open relationship.
Exactly. Like
there was kind of a rumor it was like, no, he's allowed to cheat.
Like, and that's kind of what a lot of people have because it's just like, hey, like this is just the situation. I still love you. I still want to build this life with you. And some people are okay with sacrificing that part of a relationship for the life that they could have together. If they're like, if we're married, that's enough for me or whatever. And like that's a case with like a lot of musicians and athletes and politicians or whatever. And it's just usually the rule is just be smart about it.
Do not get caught. Do not have me be in the news.
Do not embarrass me is the big one. And
who was that recently that where we were like, the theory is they have an open relationship, but he got, and it was like, was it Courtney?
I don't think so. Oh, were we talking about Dave Grohl maybe?
Maybe it might have been
because like when Dave Grohl had his whole thing and everyone freaked out because it was like he had a baby outside of his marriage. It was like if we found out he was just sleeping with someone else or whatever, that wouldn't have felt so shocking. Yeah, it's the child of it all that's bad.
It's the child of it all, and it's also because he frames himself as very moral. Yes, is the problem. Yeah, like he really frames himself as like I'm the last true rock star and I donate to charity. And you're like, okay,
no, but it's like I don't know, just like. Being around like a lot of entertainment people, it's like, no, I've like seen a lot of couples like have arrangements and it's fine. Yeah. They're fine with it. So it's like, why wouldn't I be fine with it or whatever? But so it's like, there's a really good case that is what it happened. Was. And now they almost kind of need to be like, okay, like let's do like a family therapy thing or whatever. And they're not going to get divorced because they know what it is. They don't really care. But now the public is really in on it. Like that's the other.
So that's one route. If those kids are actually his, the other route where this could get worse for her is, and it feels like we're kind of teetering on it. I feel like I've seen some rumors, but like nothing like confirmed or anything like that, where it's she's actually had this relationship with other coaches.
That would be crazy.
That's where it gets really crazy.
And in that sense, no, she's still married. I guess I don't know her situation. I was going to say, if that was the case, it would be bad for women reporters, but it would be kind of a girl boss move.
So, well, I mean,
it's not good. It's not good for the standard of it, but it is kind of like a cool, sneaky way to like be like low key, like eat your lunch.
Okay. I'm just going to say the caveat thing. We already said the caveat thing. We come from good people. We're good people.
And also, when we're talking about the caveats thing, it's because I don't want to assume that you guys are stupid.
Yes.
I feel like I could assume that you guys are regular people who don't need us to like put an asterisk around everything, being like, and obviously we're against the fires in the rainforest or whatever. It's like clearly
we are.
Whatever the obvious opinion is, we have it. I'm also going to diagnose Diana Rossini as a person right now. I'm not a psychoanalyst. That's the caveat. Part of me does wonder if she is, because every time I've ever listened to her, I know Diana Rossini like well, not that well. Just so you know, Diana. I mean, stay away from my man.
We met. It was in Choctaw, Oklahoma, and like. It was us and a bunch of friends. Like it was a group. Sweetie.
Like the photos were just the two of us, but
that was like for 2 seconds.
Someone had to take the photo.
They happened to get it. Okay, I didn't. It was innocent. We were holding hands because it was funny.
Yeah, it was a joke.
It was a joke. We had a joke. You would think
it was funny if you were there.
If you were there, you'd think it's funny. So, but yeah. So Diana Rossini, I think that she's a really fun gal.
Yeah.
I think she loves life. I think she loves her job.
I think so too.
I think she has a ton of fun. Mm-hmm. I think that she is obviously like very, very cute, you know? And
oh yeah? You think she's cute?
Cute, I'd say is the right word, right?
You think she's cute?
Yeah.
That's why you held her hand?
We were in Choctaw, Oklahoma, okay? It's the country's largest casino, sweetie. Most people don't know that. They have like 9 million blackjack tables. It's actually really fun. I used to go in college. And I saw Diana. But I feel like the reason she got married was for societal reasons.
Yeah.
And she was like, I do want to have kids.
Yeah.
Got to do this. But she's traveling for work.
Yeah. And
I mean, I think she might have just been hooking up with famous people the whole fucking time.
And you know what? She's just one of those people who probably just should have been single.
Which, by the way.
And I wouldn't care. Like.
By the way, this is. Oh, there's a lot of almost every fucking most of the female reporters or anchors or on field analysts, they usually marry athletes.
Yeah.
It's usually like, oh, do you know this person? Fucking.
Is it Diana?
No. Domino's is calling me. No, it's fucking.
Red Cross.
Red Cross.
Yeah.
Red Cross.
Yeah, no, like she would have thrived as a single woman.
Like the whole point of this is I'm saying, I don't think that there was any sort of like trying to get the story thing. I think she's a fun gal and she's down for a lot.
And it's exciting.
And is that not fucking feminism, dude?
Yeah.
Is that not feminism?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because she is respected.
She is.
Yeah.
There's no reason she can't do her job and also hook up with hot athletes and coaches if she wasn't married.
I've literally never heard somebody talking to her or another like analyst talking to her where there was any sort of like, ugh, none.
Yeah.
She was a respected analyst. I think she was also a fun gal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she liked a cocktail every now and then after work.
God forbid.
If the coach is there, oh my God. We're alive.
Okay.
Let's be alive.
Yeah. You just have to think of it as one really big office. And it
kind of is what it is.
It happens.
She's the Angela of the Office, except fun. And then I have like one other like kind of like little story for you. So I was telling you about this. So the NFL draft was last week.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to talk about how last year there was the Shedeur Sanders story.
Yeah.
Where I was like, we have to do sports gossip about that. This year there wasn't really. The one story that there kind of was that it could be, except it's all so much rumors back and forth. I'm just going to tell you basically exactly what happened. So the Los Angeles Rams never have first round draft picks. Their whole motto is fuck them picks. They trade their first round draft picks for current players and they're really good. And so they've kind of changed how people look at drafts and look at draft picks. But this is, for whatever reason, this year, they actually have, I don't even think it was their own. It was some other teams. They had a first round draft pick. It was the 13th pick. And when it came time for them to pick, they picked a quarterback who went to Alabama named Ty Simpson. And everybody was like, what? Because one, they could have picked him in the third round.
Yeah.
Like, they did not have to pick him with the 13th pick. The 13th pick is way more valuable than that. Two, they're arguably, the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, but they're arguably better than the Seahawks. They had like some bad luck, some like home field or disadvantage. And their quarterback, Matthew Stafford, literally just won the MVP. They have the best quarterback in the country. Yeah. So them picking Ty Simpson, everybody was like, this makes absolutely no sense. Cut to the presser. Everybody wants to talk to the coach, Sean McVay, and then Les Snead, their general manager who makes all of these decisions. And in this presser, Les Snead seemed really excited about Ty Simpson. Sean McVay, the coach, looked like he wanted to murder Les Snead. Like he was pissed. He would do this. He did not want Ty Simpson. He was really pissed. And now it's like, ooh, that's going to be awkward.
Yeah.
And every one of his answers was kind of like, well, obviously Matthew's still the guy. And then he named the other quarterbacks that are the backups.
Yeah.
And he's like, he'll have to compete with Stetson. And if Jimmy G doesn't retire like Garoppolo, like it just kept him coming up with like, why would they pick him?
Yeah.
There was a rumor, and it's not even a rumor. It's true. Les Snead is really good friends with Ty Simpson's dad, who's a football coach. And that's one of the reasons why it sounds like Ty Simpson's dad was like, should my son declare for the draft? And Les Snead, his friend, was like, yeah, I think so. And then maybe,
I'll grab him.
And then maybe he was like, oh shit, no one's going to grab him. I feel bad. I told him to do this because he can't go back to college now. So yeah, I'll pick him with the 13th pick.
Weird.
I don't think that's true. I'll tell you what I think is true in a second. So that's the rumor. That's the drama. So then the reporters talk to Ty Simpson, and Ty Simpson reveals he's never even met Sean McVay, which is a crazy red flag.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because these coaches interview every single player that they're interested in.
Of course.
And it becomes kind of strange. And then Sean McVay gets all the heat of people being like, clearly he doesn't want Ty Simpson. So they interview him the next day, and he says, sorry, I was putting on an act. I do want Ty Simpson. I was just really worried about Matthew Stafford's feelings because Matthew Stafford didn't know we were going to pick a quarterback. So, by the way, you can jump off this boat whenever you want with your like, that's the story I believe, because it gets even weirder. So then they're like, okay, but so you did want Ty Simpson, but then how come you never met with him? And he was like, well, it's kind of complicated because, and then they kind of come back to him like the next day, and he was like, almost like he thought of the answer. They come back to him, and he's like, the reason why I never met with him is because the Rams are so good. If Sean McVay meets with the quarterback, the demand for him is going to go up.
Yeah.
Like instantly, where they're like, he knows something we don't. Uh-huh. Like when Ty Simpson was picked, I think me along with every diehard football fan was like, what do they know?
Yeah. Because
they're so good at what they do. So they're so good at drafting. And so he said that was the reason. And then I think it was Les Snead was like, what are you talking about? They have met. So now we have like three different stories. Ty Simpson says he's never met Sean McVay, but they might have spoken on the phone. Sean McVay said that they never met because he didn't want to make it worse. All of these possible things. Now we're finally getting to the sort of truth, which is that they did meet multiple times in secret. And Sean McVay did want Ty Simpson, but he was really nervous about Matthew Stafford because that's one of the reasons why Aaron Rodgers was so pissed at the Packers because they picked Jordan Love, who's now the starting quarterback, when Aaron Rodgers was still the quarterback. He's like, why are you picking my replacement? Yeah. Same thing happened with Tom Brady and Jimmy Garoppolo, where it's just kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? You replacing me? So now we have just this really, really weird scenario with four guys involved: Matthew Stafford, Ty Simpson. It's kind
of awkward.
It's an incredibly awkward situation. And you can't believe what anyone says. That's
weird.
It's a very strange thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, that kind of went on, but
no, you're good.
It's just a weird sitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah. Huh. But yeah, I mean, that's sports gossip.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to get into another sports thing in a second. All right, let's do
this skinny deep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, you ready for the skinny dip? The segment where I help you dip your toes into this week's pop culture news. The skinny.
Let's dive in.
The new season of White Lotus has begun filming, but it was announced that they were losing Helena Bonham Carter from the cast. HBO says that it has become apparent that the character written for her by Mike White did not align once on set. There was no drama, but we saw basically that they'd already started filming and then she left.
That's strange.
Very strange,
because
right?
They have the weirdest characters ever, and the storylines. I mean, can you think of a show where more things happen that don't align with other things?
Like her character it almost seemed like they like couldn't get it to like come to life the way that they wrote it. Yeah, but it felt like very much like they were trying to let like Mike White kind of take the blame for it. And so I just wonder if like, something happened and like Helena wasn't super stoked about something or and so they were like, let's not make this a thing. Yeah,
it seems like really casual. I mean, it seems like that's kind of the risk of letting everyone know who the cast is going to be.
Yes, but that's the most exciting part about White Lotus is who's in the cast.
It does really feel like it's the type of thing where it's like everybody wants to have a turn.
Yeah. So like immediately, because the thing is like it's an ensemble cast, like it's always happening like at a resort or whatever. They like need everyone like there.
Yeah.
So they had to immediately recast. And so people.
Oh, so the role's staying.
So they basically were like, she didn't fit the role that originally was written. They're saying that it was written for her, but whatever, it just didn't end up like coming to life exactly how they're.
Who's going to fill that role?
So there was like talks that it was going to be Jennifer Tilly. But actually it just was announced, that Laura Dern has now been cast and she's now on set taking that role. And I'm like, they feel like very different people.
They feel like incredibly different people.
Yeah.
They feel like they could not be more different people.
And also, is it weird to be like, I feel like Laura Dern, she'll do great. Like she fits, like at first thought, like I'm like, she fits White Lotus, but she really doesn't because she's so like still at like the height of her career. It would be like if Nicole Kidman was on White Lotus where it's like, I guess she could do it. But it's almost for more of like new young hot actors, like we're like a nobody, or people who are gonna have a renaissance after this.
Yeah. I don't know if I would say Laura Dern's at the height of her career.
But like she's always on all these like rich lady white drama murder series things, or like she's in the Reese Witherspoon sphere.
No, it's less of a like, oh yeah. But I'm kind of like so I do think that it was. I came to see the show and be like, what? Because I have a feeling Helena Bonham Carter said no to something, and Laura Dern. Here's the one thing: she's fucking game for everything.
She's game, yeah.
You're like Laura Dern. Like you didn't realize it because she kind of comes off as like almost like a little bit plain.
Yes,
which
is good.
Which